Kia ora, folks. Welcome to The Hive. I'm here with my co-commentator Bryce Rouse here. I'm Josh Kretschmer. We are getting ready for the second game of the Auckland Derby this weekend between the Botany Swarm and the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals. Game 2 kind of a 4-game series coming up because the Botany Swarm and West Auckland Admirals are playing each other again in 2 weeks' time. This time the games will be in Avondale. So yeah, we'll be seeing this matchup for quite a few more times to go in the season. But yeah, we pretty much have a top-of-the-table clash going as the Botany Swarm are now top of the table from last night's victory against the pure NZ Admirals. It was a 3-1 win last night. Pretty good game to watch. What were your thoughts, Bryce?
Yeah, it was a good game from both sides. Just probably lacking in that final touch of the goal scoring. Obviously, only 4 goals yesterday evening. I'm not actually going to predict that there's going to be a hell of a lot of goals in this game. I think it still might be quite a low-scoring game. It depends. If the Admirals are going to maybe open up, try to be a little bit more aggressive, that will leave them a bit more vulnerable. I think the Swarm will just come out and try to play the same. Obviously, try to score a few more goals maybe tonight. But yeah, it should be a good contest anyway.
Yeah, I should correct myself as well. The Swarm are only on the top of the table for a couple of hours because the Sky City Stampede beat the Canterbury Red Devils in a 5-4 win shortly after the Swarm's game. So the Stampede are actually now top of the table, but the Botany Swarm can join back on top if they manage to get a win tonight. Important event milestone tonight as well.
Yes.
We've got Andrew Hay playing his 300th game. It is absolute an honour and privilege to actually be calling kind of a historical moment tonight. First ever player to reach 300 games in the New Zealand Ice Hockey League. Yeah, we've got Gareth McLeish is kind of on his tails, trying to catch up as well. But Andrew Hay currently has the top games played.
And he was part of the Botany Swarm as well from their inaugural season into the league, which was 2005.
Yeah. Yeah, so back when the Botany Swarm were actually called the South Auckland Swarm, Andrew Hay played for them in the NZIHL's inaugural season. He's been captain for the Botany Swarm for 19 years. He's very, very well known within the Auckland ice hockey community and wider New Zealand community as well, because he's also represented New Zealand at multiple different ice hockey world championships, playing around the world for at least 15 years. He's played for the Ice Blacks. So we'll be doing a kind of a pre-game ceremony for him as well. There will be a speech coming up that will unlikely be super well heard over the live stream, so we will try and keep you guys in the loop of what is getting said, so that way Andrew Hay get his proper honours tonight.
And also, after 299 games, he is on 111 points in the league as well, which is pretty good for a defenseman, to be honest. Yeah,
not too bad for a defenseman. So 22 goals, 70, whatever the math is to get to 111 points on assists. Made a bit of a career for himself here. He's had 4 Virgil Cup championships as well. His milestones and achievements list is incredibly long. So we're just getting ready here. We will actually have Andrew Hay in our starting lineup tonight for the Botany Swarm. Kind of plays on the third line, but he deserves to kind of start tonight.
And in tonight's game, we'll also have both the same starting goaltenders from yesterday.
Yes, they will, So Chaba Kirchamagos and Grace Harrison both playing. And we've got the same backup goalies as well. Lachlan Henry, actually. I saw she's got a new updated jersey now that she's married to Scott Henry. And we've got Caleb Price backing up for Grace Harrison as well. Wasn't sure what the coaching decision was going to be on whether they'd have Grace play both games or have Caleb play the second one, because Grace has usually been splitting the startings over the weekends so far this season. But no, she'll play the third game. And here's Andrew Hay coming onto the ice for his 300th game played in the New Zealand Ice Hockey League. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, absolute legend of the game here in New Zealand. been such an integral part of that Swarm culture. I've actually seen firsthand the kind of guy he is in the locker room as well. And he always arrives at the rink with a smile on his face, Josh, and he always wants the best for the boys. And he's just been 100% committed to this team right from the start. So you just can't tarnish the guy at all. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah, absolute leadership from him as well. He's very, very good captain for the Botany Swarm. He gave up the captaincy this season for Michael Atwell, but Andrew Hay still very much got that honorary captain status within the team.
One of the Botany Swarm's founding players, number 13, Andrew Hay, on reaching 300 NZIHL games.
So just announcing the 300 games to the crowd in the rink tonight. We have Andrew Hay's family out on the ice. His dad Grant and mother Elizabeth, both super involved in the New Zealand ice hockey community too, as well as his wife and kids. There's his brother Ollie and Josh, also ex-players for the Botany Swarm.
And the oldest brother there too.
A four-time Purple Cup champion and a representative in the New Zealand Ice Packs for 15 years. Andy's family have prepared some words for us to share with him today. Andy, you are the most capped player in the club's history. A record earned not just through skill, but through consistency.
So some of the family members have written out a kind of a speech that they wanted mentioned tonight.
A coach, a mentor, and a loyal teammate. Your leadership
Just saying how great of a teammate Andrew Hay has been.
shows up when someone's having a tough day, when the team needs lifting, when the game is on the line.
He's always able to lift up the team when the game is on the line.
Boys who already think their dad is a superhero are growing up watching what dedication and humility really look like. Whether you're trying to
He really shows what humiliation looks like, which is a good sign of leadership for his team.
we are so proud of you, not just for the 300 games, but for the man you are both on and off the ice. Ladies and
Their
gentlemen,
family is super proud of the man that Andrew Hay is on and off the ice. And a big round of applause for Andrew Hay.
thank you everyone. Now let's get ready for some Swarm hockey!
So as the pre-game speeches and presentation is done, both teams will now huddle in front of their respective goals, get the pre-game chant going.
Definitely vital for a bit of pre-game. Always depends on, differs from person to person. What's your pre-game look like, Josh, in terms of food?
In terms of food, yeah, I don't actually really have a routine for that because, I mean, we have our games at such random times. Some of them are like 9:15 p.m., so make sure I eat nice and early beforehand because it's not nice going onto the ice when you're feeling all heavy and stuff.
I'm personally a peanut butter on Vogels kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, a bit of energy in that. Right, we're set to get underway here at Paradise Botany in this NZIHL matchup, cross-town rivalry. West Auckland Admirals are here at the Hive to take on the home team, the Botany Swarm, underway in Game 2 of the weekend. Game 1 saw a 3-1 win for the Swarm. Hopefully see a few more goals here tonight, but nonetheless, it was still a decent game last night.
Yeah, lots of chances both ways, but it was just the finishing touch for both teams wasn't connecting as well as they usually would.
Carroll dishes it out in front. Barley trying to get a shot off. Plays it up to Mr. 300. Rips one on net. Good save by Chuba. Nice quick look there for Mr. 300 today.
Yeah, Chuba's not going to let him have an easy one there just because of his milestone evening.
He's actually gone for a quick change there, did Andy Hay, and the boys are telling him to stay on.
Yeah, 27-second shift. I think Andy Hay could have done a bit more than that, but he's got his shot. He's done his job.
Yep, absolutely. You've got to preserve that tank of energy he's got.
Yeah.
So we'll get Carroll against Vespa in the face-off circle. Big battle between those two last night. Carroll will turn away. Barley tried to one-time that, came off a leg. Then Stephen giving chase in the corner, gets something on it to Sestroni. And double stick action there. Puck flies into the air. Carroll's got it on his stick, puts it into the middle to Barley. Try to corral that on the backhand. Shot there from Simon, takes a redirect off Regan. That's cleared by Sestroni. Barley looking for an option, gives it to Simon. Plays it up to Carroll. Long shift here for the first line of the Swarm. Just backhands that one in deep. Kozak giving chase. Kozak gets a shot off. Chuba closes the door on the near side. Battle in the corner. Swarm win it back, but give it away easily to Quinn. As Atwell steps up to make a half hit there on Moses, who's wearing a cage tonight. Here's Quinn, gets past Thula, but tracking back nicely was Atwell. He receives a hit from Quinn for his troubles on the boards. Thula try to find Kozak. That's a little bit too far in front of him. Icing's waved off here as Action Jackson won the foot race against Flynn Hayward-Jones. Played up to the top. Thula shoots straight into the glove, does come out. Regan will come the other way for the Admirals. Try to find Moses, a little bit too far in front of him. Still in possession, given away as they look for a pass into the slot area. Action Jackson on the near side. He gets past the couple and plays it to Kozak. And he'll just bat that one in, get a change. Moshasol given chase, but Hayward-Jones there first. The Admirals only playing with 4 defensemen here tonight, as they did last night. Obviously, the normal captain, Justin Daigle, is out due to injury. Still on the bench, though, with next to the coach, Rodney McMillan. Quigley tried to find Cheney in the middle, but his stick was lifted. Pass to Mawson, plays up to Taylor, who gives it to Quigley. He'll put it in. Andy Hay missed the 300. Gets there first. Able to get it out was March. Quigley unable to corral that on the stick. Only 2 shots so far, both in favour of the Swarm. Cole will gain his own, put a fluffy one on net. Carroll giving chase, but Chuba lets no rebound out.
Yeah, back and forth so far, but yeah, as you said, the Swarm currently the only team with shots on goal. They've been somewhat easy for Chuba to save. Gave up 1 rebound before, but luckily kind of rebounded for Chuba far into the corner to not create a dangerous chance against him.
There goes Henry. Puts it in. Vespa's going to jump on that, but doesn't corral it nicely. Dalmatel goes through and he's tripped on the way through. No call. Looks like he maybe just collided skates there with Chamberlain. Probably the right call there by the ref. As Barley will play it over to Carroll. He'll put it on the brakes and look for Dalmatel, but that's nicely snuffed out by Henry. As Sestroni just throws one on net. Simon will get that out of the glove. Carroll with lots of time. Nice little dangle move. Wow. He was doing a few of those in warm-ups. I tried to show you, Josh. I say, do you see what Carroll just did in warm-up?
It's like the puck is attached to a stick of a string or something.
Might have to check that stick tape for a bit of glue.
Yeah.
Now Sevenya. That will be offside as Quinn was just unable to stop.
Yeah, I think Jackson kind of knocked Quinn over the line a bit to cause him offside.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is still the right call, though. There's the trip there. I think there was kind of a stick in the way, but yeah, not too upset that the ref didn't call that one.
Moses puts that one in. Thula will fire it over to Sandoy. Sandor had a good defensive game and offensive game last night. Nice hit there by Mawson. Maybe a hint of boarding, but nonetheless. Good clean hit, it looked like. Now Mawson will jump on the puck. Over to Quinn. Going to the net was Mawson. Wow, great stick in the lane by Thula. That could have been dangerous if that pass got through. Definitely seen what Stephen Mawson can do when he's got a chance to shoot on goal. Now Kozak will cycle around that net. Centering pass, one-time shot there from Maishaso, and Chiba closes the door.
Yeah, what you mentioned before, Bryce, of Tula kind of blocking off that passing lane. I thought that was one of the things that the Swarm did really well defensively last night as the Admirals were trying to attack. The Swarm were able to kind of just get a stick in the way or even just their skates to mess up the puck, and it really made the Admirals lose possession a lot of the time when they were trying to attack the zone.
A shot from the knees there by Maishaso, and he bats out of mid-air from the clearance. Got another shot off too. Beautiful hand-eye there by March. He'll play it low for Cole, who will play it back to March. Back to Cole again, cycling well. And once again, March will get in the cycle, puts it around. Andy Hay just tracked back instead of going for it. That was the right play. Now Marcus McDonald steals it. He's got March in the slot, tries to get there, goes through the crease. Cheney will clear that. Puck goes out into neutral. Now Marcus McDonald will gain his own. Good stick lift there by Ben Stephen. Well timed. Taylor plays that up to Regan. Here goes Regan. Nice stick there by Andy Hay. Not sure what the call is going to be for.
I think probably a slashing.
Slash.
Yeah, Andy Hay's stick was a little close to his gloves. Vesper definitely selling it with kind of shaking his hand. Enough for the ref to give the penalty. Kind of hard to tell from our camera angle there because it was kind of the other side of the body. But yeah, Andrew Hay on the penalty box for his 300th game. Doesn't usually get that many penalties, does Andy Hay? He did actually get one of the most penalty minutes in one of the IIHF World Championship tournaments about a decade ago now. So he can sometimes have that reputation.
So now early power play here for the Admirals. Ben Stephen will go around the net. Gets a pass to Savinia, who gets a shot on. Now here goes Carroll. Foot race against Quinn. Evan Carroll. Forehand just couldn't put it home. Just came off his stick. Carroll still with it. Goes right into the slot. Wasn't picked up. And he's finally pushed out of the way there by Quinn. So a short-handed opportunity there for the Botany Swarm.
Yeah, Swarm bench not happy with that as well. Thought that there was either a holding or a hooking that could have been called.
Regan will circle around the net. Gives it up top to Sevinia. He'll rip one, hit traffic in front on the way to the net. Sestroni will give it back to Regan. Down low is Mawson. Centering pass, didn't get a shot. Was Sevinia. Kept in there nicely by Sestroni. Sevinia looking for some options. He'll just leave it on for Regan. Low for Sestroni. Henry shoots. Great block there in the lane. Luke Simon.
The puck kind of bounced off of his numbers there. Making the block though.
20 seconds remaining on the power play for the Admirals. I'll get one more attacking play. Henry will gain his own, give it to Sestroni, and that is offside as it looked like Sevinia is just a touch ahead of the play.
Yeah, here's Carroll here, so yeah, kind of scanning through. There was the stick kind of coming. It was almost an attempted hook, but missed his arm a bit. I think Carroll actually kind of just whiffed on the backhand shot to put it onto the net.
I would like to see that behind the goal view of the Andy Hay penalty, to see what that view looks a bit like. Thula behind the net. Looks like the Admirals are electing to go that 2-2-1 on the defensive positioning and not really chasing that guy behind their own net. I remember in the NZIHL once there was a big standoff, wasn't there, as the forechecker wasn't going to go below that goal line. Thula will play it up to Cole. He won't clear as Chamberlain makes a nice catch. And that will be offside as quickly touched that.
So the Admirals actually not getting a single shot on goal in that power play. Still yet to actually have a shot on goal so far this game. So yeah, they'll be looking to try and put more onto the net, challenge Grace Harrison a bit.
There goes Action Jackson trying to get it off Chamberlain there, but he uses the body well. Now Vesper with a bit of speed through the middle. Leaves it on for Sistroni. Trying to find Vesper again, they score! Nice pass there from Sistroni, finds the streaking Vesper.
Yeah, well, the first shot on goal and then make it a goal. Vesper and Sistroni. We'll see on the replay. Goes over the blue line. Sistroni taking the shot. Vesper probably with the tip in to get the puck into the net. Might be able to see it from this angle here, whether Vesper got a touch on it.
I'd imagine he did.
I think he did. Yeah, that would make the most sense as to what happened there. But we'll see on our score sheet whether they awarded it to Vesper or not.
So the Admirals, first goal of the game on their very first shot of the game. Almost halfway through the period as well. Simon pushes Quinn off the puck, but Quinn will get it back. As Dalmatel will collect it on the near side and go around the back of his net. Nice pass there. Dalmatel, nice poke check in the lane by Mawson. He disrupts that attacking turn that Swarm were trying to have. Now Kazanov will play it around the back of the goal for Simon. Up to Bali. Tries to go through the middle. Looks like Moses was stepping up for a hit there if he tried to cut in. Cheney can't clear. Kept in by Thula. Played up the back to Regan. Thula once again keeping it in for the Swarm. As Ben Taylor will play it off the boards. That will go all the way. Should be icing, and it is.
The Botany Swarm would like to thank Commercial Painting Limited for their continued support for the 2025 season. See, they have awarded the goal to Max Vesper. Did get a touch on it just in front of Grace to kind of tip it in. As we're now seeing again on the replay, just above her left pad.
Now the fourth line out there for the Swarm. Seeing what they can do. Nice stick lift there by Pang. Plays it into the middle to Koptev. He'll just dump and chase. Wins the race too, does Koptev. Try to play it round the back of the net. Now Regan will come away with it for the Admirals. Unable to clear. Oh, he does, as Pang couldn't control that. And Regan will gain his own. He'll shoot. That's a good save there from Harrison. Thula will just put on the brakes. Plays it right into the middle to Fontaine. Mawson stepped up nicely. Ooh. Good collision there at centre ice between Rawari and Henry.
Knee on knee collision.
Yeah, it was knee on knee actually.
Rawari's come off all right, but Henry's kind of limping his way off.
Yeah,
I don't.
Could have been a call there, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see any player stick out their knee. It just kind of looked like they collided, but perhaps we could see that on replay the next break. Yes, we have a whistle now.
Yeah, Henry does look in a little bit of pain. No, it doesn't look like they stuck out the leg. No.
Not really. Rawari cuts in, but it didn't look like he was sticking the knee out, more just coming in to try and lay a hit. Yeah, Henry's still kind of stretching his leg out off the behind the bench now. We'll keep you updated on his status if we can.
Andy Hay puts one on net. Atwell with a shot. Backhand attempt. Wilson plays it off the boards up to Sistroni, who clears the zone. Andy Hay finds Fontaine, who left it for Outwell, and that is offside. Kozak just a little bit ahead of the play there.
We would like to thank Nice IT for supporting the team again this season. For all your IT needs, consult Nice IT, the nice guys in IT.
So face off just outside the Admirals' defensive zone. Admirals will have possession. Regan plays it up to Sevenya, but he doesn't control it. Marchessault comes away with it. Again, the zone, pressure on by Sevenya, still with it. Spins around, plays it up top. Kazanov with a shot, nice block by Sevenya. Now McDonald tries to fire a pass through the crease. Nicely kept in there by Kazanov. Cole fires something on net, hit traffic on way. Now Marchessault, he'll shoot. Pad save was made there. Sevenya tracking back to get a poke check on Cole as well. Cole looking for options, finds Marchessault on the far post. Didn't get a clean shot off. And that's played up to Cheney. Kazanov will be there for the Swarm. To McDonald. He'll leave it on for Simon. Right up to the ice is Dalmatau. Almost trying to go through two defenders there. Now Stephen will beat a couple. He'll gain the zone for the Admirals. Still with it is Stephen. Backhand pass through the crease. Castroni almost there in time. Shot from Haywood Jones. That's blocked by Fontaine. Carroll will try to find Dalmatau. Dalmatau will be there first though to negate the icing. Up to the point, Sandoy over to Thula. Plays it down low for Bali. Up top for Thula, he gives it straight to Carroll. Bali trying to get away from Ben Stephen. Puck is going to come out of the zone. Could be a 2-on-1 here. If they got the pass through, it will be offside. They do have to touch up all the Admirals. As Dalmatau plays it up to Bali. He's got two men on him. Wins the race against Mawson to get to the puck first. And now Mawson will come the other way for the Admirals. Uses that body well. Does Stephen Mawson. Receives a hit there from Fontaine in the corner.
That was Dalmatau actually, not the usual type of player to lay a hit, but yeah, he wanted to do it on Mawson.
Now Chamberlain showing a bit of skill. Fluffs on the pass though as Action Jackson's going to go the other way for the Swarm. Here's Fontaine. Backhand shoots. Big save by Chuba. On the breakaway was Jackson Fontaine. And just couldn't put it home for the Swarm. Just like they did last night, Swarm were finding some passes right through the neutral zone there, camping on the blue line. And it was dangerous for the Admirals all night. Fontaine will play it to Kozak. He'll gain his zone. Nice poke check by Stephen. Now Sevenya showing a few moves. Stephen with it. He's pushed out by Wimmer. Still with it is Stephen. Put something on net, but Kozak will come away with it. On the near side, Fontaine can't control that, so they will get a full line change. Now Regan on the far side knew that they were getting a change, so went over to that far side. Pass to the middle, shot there from Moses. As McDonald tries to corral that off the skate. As Quinn comes and tidies up. Through a pass down ice. No icing on the plate. Now Reed Cole. He gets past a couple. Finds Marchessault. He'll shoot. Came off the skate of Mawson. Played up to the point. Shot there from Simon. Got through everyone. Another try there for Marchessault, but it was a pretty tough angle. Now Stephen Mawson looking like an attacker here tonight. Stephen Mawson got past one and then put a shot on. Quinn didn't know the pass was coming, so he has to chase it. Vesper trying to win it back, but Dalmatau's going to come away with it. Here goes Ivan Dalmatau. Can he beat 3 players? There's one. Gets a shot off. Hit the leg of Regan. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the opening period. Swarm definitely with the majority of the scoring chances, but not on the board as of yet. Bali plays it to Sandoy. We find Carroll in the middle. We try to get a redirect on that, but not enough pace on that, so Chuba will make an easy save.
Yeah, Carroll probably just hoping for a little more power, excuse me, to get that to the net. Yeah, good save by Harrison as well. That was looking dangerous for the Swarm. Not too many whistles so far in the first period, similar to last night as well. We are running quick on this period. You mentioned before the kind of long pass that the Swarm have doing. They're doing that again all of last night, as well as the Stampede when they were playing the Admirals. Managed to do that long pass and end up being quite effective. I think that's one of the things that the Admirals need to look at shutting down.
They definitely do. Dalmatau with a shot. Another try there. Chuba makes a good couple of saves. Someone said in the chat, are the travel costs covered by the sponsors, Josh? I don't believe they are.
No, I mean, yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. It kind of depends how you determine where the money's going and all that. But yeah, the players are paying to play in this league, and some of the sponsors can kind of help alleviate some of the charge that the players need to pay to play.
So it's essentially a full contact elite beer league.
Yes, yeah, that's one way to describe it.
Mawson unable to keep that in. Comes Fontaine the other way. He's got Kozak with him. Kozak not really skating. Fontaine with a shot. Scores! Action Jackson will get the Swarm's first goal tonight, as he did last night.
Chuba got a touch, but not enough, as the puck managed to bounce off of his arm and in. Action Jackson with the 3 goals over the weekend. He had 2 last night. He was actually a maybe for actually participating this weekend. Was supposed to just join the warm-up, but I'm guessing he thought, hey, I'm feeling good. I think I can play. And boy, can he play. He has scored, 75% of the Swarm's goals this weekend. So he's been a massive addition to the team, as he has been away for a bit.
Now Wimmer will rim that one around. Cole makes a good pass up to Marchessault. Marchessault with a shot, just missed that post. Moses unable to clear. Reed Cole tries to go into the middle, but the poke check gives that away to Quinn. He'll just put it in. Moses giving chase. Wimmer backhand pass and reverse hit. Now here goes McDonald on the far side. The speedy youngster plays it around the back to Cole. He tries to find Carroll in the middle. And the Admirals will clear. Now Kazanov. He'll try to go through a couple. He'll gain the zone and get possession in the corner. Centering pass to Dalmatau. Had it on his stick. Couldn't put it home. I'm surprised that pass actually got through to that slot area cleanly.
Yeah, there was traffic in front, but yeah, the puck just went straight to Dalmatau pretty much.
Took a couple of goes at it too.
Yeah, also awesome work by Kazanov to get the puck into the zone. It's only his second game for the Botany Swarm, 16-year-old, and I think he's actually been quite well so far. Very confident player for only being 16. It'll be good to see how well he can also improve more the more he plays.
I don't know what just happened there. There was a hand pass and he put it back into the zone, and then they came. Wow, okay.
Yeah, that was confusing there.
So no call on the hand pass. Bali will have it behind the net. Fluttered that to Carroll, who tried to get a shot out of mid-air. That would have been a beauty of a goal. Now Taylor tries to find Cheney, but his stick was lifted. Quigley will get there first. They had 2 Swarm players on him quickly, and that's kicked up into the netting by Cheney, so we will get a whistle. Shots at 12-4 in favour of the Swarm. 15 seconds to go in the opening period.
So we will actually have an interview with Andrew Hay in the first period, so make sure you stick around for that. We only have 15 seconds left in this period.
Thula will try to play it around the back, but Sestroni had a good stick in the way of that. Now Kozak will just select to clear, can't get it out of the zone. Plays it up to Sandoy. Time has ticked down though, so there will be no opportunity there for Sandoy to get a good look on goal. Thoughts on the first period there, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, pretty back and forth despite what the shot on goals are kind of saying. The Swarm definitely dominating on the kind of higher chance, danger chances. Yeah, both goalies looking pretty decent as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty similar to last night, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Hopefully both teams do be a bit more aggressive, get a few more goals, but nonetheless it has been a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, there was maybe a little more hitting last night, but I'm sure that's gonna ramp up by the end of it.
Yep, that's for sure. Especially if it does become a little bit lopsided. But we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with Mr. 300 Andrew Hay just in a sec.
Yeah, we're just going to stay on this camera for a bit as we just get ready for Michael Domigan will be interviewing Andrew Hay for his 300th game. So as we get ready for that, any NZIHL statisticians out there, it'd be interesting if anyone could confirm a statistic that I was trying to look up before but kind of ran out of time. I think Andrew Hay also has the Ironman record for the NZIHL, playing at least 130 games, but it would be really good if someone was able to actually confirm that for me, because that would also be a very cool achievement to mention. So yeah, we are getting ready for the interview and we'll be going to Michael now.
All right, thanks Josh and Bryce. Andy, first of all, on behalf of everyone here around the country, man, everywhere, congratulations on 300 games. What an achievement. How does it feel to be playing? Did you think those games ago you would be here 300 games later?
Probably not. We only played 6 games this season, so would have been pretty old by then. But no, just happy to still be part of it, still be part of the league. You can see the young guys out there are really driving things. We're just trying to keep up, but like to think there's still a thing or two that the old boys can teach them. And yeah, just happy to be here, having fun.
And what does it mean playing this 300th game in front of all these people that have turned up today? I can see there's a lot of friends, family in the crowd. What does it mean to be doing that, celebrating that achievement in front of them?
Oh, it's massive. You know, I've got a lot of messages over the last few days, but vice versa. You know, big thanks to everyone that's come out today. If it wasn't for them helping me get to here, then I wouldn't be here. But it's massive to be able to play here at Botany against the Admirals. So that's pretty special.
You're officially on the score sheet, maybe not in the place you'd like to be. What are you going to do these next 2 periods? Maybe change something?
Well, not slash people apparently. I don't know, I thought it was a pretty tough call for the first ball of the game from Pistol Pete there, but it is what it is. You've got to accept it. The boys worked hard on the penalty kill. We had a pretty big PK chance there with Evan Carroll getting that breakaway chance, but couldn't bury it. But yeah, really hard period. Looking forward to periods 2 and 3.
Now we asked just quickly some fans on Instagram to submit their questions. There were 2 that were the most common. We'll ask the first one. Any words to Gareth McLeish?
I had a word with Gary. He's picked up a bit of an injury, so not playing out there tonight. But yeah, he just said congrats, and I said you're not far behind. Hopefully, I can be there when you join me there. I think he's not too far away, only a few games. So hopefully that happens this year if he gets himself healthy.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be looking forward to that. And the last question, Andy asked from all the fans: 2026 ?
I play it day by day at the moment, so we'll just get through tonight, get through the rest of the regular season. Fingers crossed that we'll qualify for the playoffs, and who knows if we go all the way, we'll worry about that when we have to worry about it. Just enjoying the moment now, especially playing in front of so many friends and family that have come out, especially today. So a big thank you to everyone that's helped me along the way.
Great stuff. Well, congratulations again. Thanks very much for your time, and have fun the rest of the game.
Thanks, Michael. Cheers.
Awesome. It's a great interview with Andrew Hay there. So we are going to wrap up for the first end of the first period, and we will see you guys in about 10 minutes' time. Cool, welcome back. Yeah, we've just had an interview with Andrew Hay, which was really good. Good responses from Andrew Hay there. So we're getting ready for the second period in a 1-1 game. Both teams looking pretty good right now. I think we'll hopefully see a bit more goals, but the goalies are looking good tonight as well. Chuba making quite a few saves. A few of them being some rebounds, but they've been directed far enough away from the goal to really prevent any sort of scoring chances.
That's quite typical of goaltenders though, eh Josh? They do like to show off a little bit.
Well, trying to like deflect the puck away, or
Yeah, they just try to stop goals too much.
Yeah. yeah. Yeah, we do have a good pair of goalies starting in this game. So we've got Carroll and Vesper, the two 22s, facing off. Start the second period.
Vesper actually taking over the captaincy for the Admirals this weekend.
Yep, got the extra letter on the front of his jersey.
So one there by Swarm. Kazhanov will play it off the goal to Simon. Simon looking for options. He's got Barley streaking through the middle. It gets right through as Chuba will jump on that.
That could have been dangerous even from far out. I know Chuba did get scored on against the Stampede with a goal almost from the red line before, so you do need to be cautious with those kind of flying pucks down the ice.
Regan will try to get it out of the zone. Backhands that one out of danger. Now Carroll fires it over to Barley. From one import to the other, Evan Carroll to Balint Pakosdi. Admirals will finally clear through Henry. Here goes Vesper, one-on-one with Kazhanov. Goes through him, Vesper couldn't get the final touch on there. Vesper still with it, backhand opportunity. Got a shot off.
Yeah, Vesper with a good move to get around Kazhanov there. And then, yeah, not able to put it away though. Puck ended up going behind the net. Vesper still picked it back up. Yeah, good toe drag and move there. Picks it up behind. Went for another play in front, but got stopped. He went for another move, but the puck just went off of his stick.
Played up the boards to Kozak. He finds Fontaine on the other side. Got Atwell going in the net. Got a shot off there, did Atwell, but just put it past Chuba. Kozak will turn around. Try to find a centering feed. Up top is Thula. And Atwell will pick that up. Leaves it on for Fontaine. Fontaine still with it. Fontaine going around the back of the net. Plays it to Kozak. He'll shoot. They hit traffic on the way. No icing as Moses is going to be there first. He's going to get there. Tried to play it into the middle, but came off the skate of Thula. Savinia with it. He rips one from a tough angle. No trouble there for Harrison. Now Marchessault will gain the zone, and it is offside.
Fontaine just a step ahead. Didn't think he was happy with the call. But yeah, no, that's a offside whistle there. We'll have to go for a face-off.
Yeah, I didn't really see Fontaine offside there, but he was just in front of that Swarm bench, so it is hard to see everything at the same time. Now McDonald, he'll rip one. That hits traffic. Stolen here by McDonald again. Tries to go near side. Good save by Chuba. Another pass into the middle. Marchessault trying to get a shot off with a pass from Cole. There, Mr. 300 will play it on the near side. Marchessault gains the zone. Offside, but McDonald had his foot on the line.
Yeah, I thought McDonald had his foot back in time, but
he did.
Yeah, the whistle was blowing regardless. That was a bit of a mystery to me. Yeah, Cole going flying and spinning in front of the net, trying to gain position in front.
And Marcus McDonald will try to go right through the heart. Pushed out there by Chamberlain. He plays it up the boards, but Wimmer will keep that in and quickly fire it on net. Wimmer with another shot that's wide. Strony with a little bit of time. Gets a nice pass up to Vesper. 2-on-1 here if he can find Henry. Vesper finds Henry, shoots, big save by Harrison. How did she get across in time?
That was incredible.
Wow. Can't wait to see a replay of that. As Vesper's trying to get away here from Wimmer. Swarm don't clear the zone, kept in by Hayward Jones. Wimmer plays it up to Cole. Try to give it to Marchessault, but he doesn't control that. Now it's to Stroney. Puts it in low for Vesper, who receives a hit there from Wimmer. Ref's got his arm up, so we've got a delayed call. It's going to be for tripping.
Tripping. We'll take a look at the save. Grace Harrison managed to make. Oh no, this is the penalty. Wimmer kind of just sticking their hand out, pushing him over. I'm not really sure how pushing someone over counts as tripping, and here's the save. So we got Vesper, backhand pass over to Henry. Tries to lift her. Harrison somehow gets there on time. This will look good from this angle. Yeah, over and sticking the arm. May have gone off of her elbow there.
Yeah, Henry just shooting that puck kind of towards where it came from. If he got it, shot it a little bit more to his right, that was definitely destined for the back of the net.
Yeah, so the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals now on the power play.
Very odd tripping call. Oh, a goal here for the Swarm by Carroll.
Oh, puck just bounced the right way and onto Carroll's stick, and Chuba not expecting where the puck was going. Carroll is able to put it on the back of the net. Just lucky bounces everywhere to make that goal happen.
See that shot there? Comes right off the glass. Finn Hayward-Jones doesn't get anything on it and just leaves it open there for Evan Carroll. Chuba did make the initial save, and that's as easy as you like for Carroll.
Yeah, good pressure on the penalty kill to make that goal happen.
So a short-handed goal here for the Swarm will see them go ahead 2-1. As Sola will clear that the length of the ice. Chuba will play that off the boards. Wrapped around there for Dalmatau. He knows he's got a little bit of time to play with, so plays it back for Sandoy. Now Mawson will turn away from Carroll. Mawson gives it over to Quinn. And once again, Thula will clear that the length of the ice. Dalmatau's giving chase. Chuba will play that up ice to Mawson. Mawson here, can he find Sevigna? Sevigna shoots. Big save there. Sevigna will go around the back of the net. Gives it up high to Regan, over to Stephen. Stephen shoots, that hits Marchessault. And here goes Dalmatau. He's got Regan tracking on him. Dalmatau with it, gets a shot off, but puts it past the post. Dalmatau trying to get his dancing shoes on again, as we saw him do a couple of times last night. Now Sevigna. Just kind of momentarily loses possession there. So Sestrani will find Mawson down low. Finds Sevigna, but cleared there by Simon. And that will do it for the penalty. The Swarm getting a goal on the penalty kill. Now Regan, he'll put on the afterburners. Tries to go past Simon, could not. Try to find a centering pass into the middle. Just lofted it over someone's stick. As Mr. 300 will put that up on the far side. Kept in there by McDonald, gives it over to Marchessault. Sestroni's tracking back though for the Admirals, and he'll clear the zone. Well, Simon will turn near side to Atwell. Took a weird carom off the boards. Regan bodying up there. Henry gets it out of danger, but only finds Thula. Taylor will fire it into the zone. Should be no icing. Now Thula will go for a little skate himself. Leaves it for Outwell. Chucks it over the far side for Fontaine to run onto. And we are going to get a tripping call on Fontaine as his stick got caught in between the legs of Chamberlain. That one probably definitely was a penalty. The last one, not so much.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it on the replay here. Stick just kind of in the way. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a penalty.
So the Admirals will go back on the power play.
Yeah, we'd like to give a big thank you to Print Plus Official Printing, the partner of the Botany Swarm. Visit printplus.co.nz for all of your printing needs.
Thula does well. Nicely kept in though by Regan. Dalmatau comes out to finally clear the zone for the Swarm. Regan fires it up to Vesper. He'll gain the zone. Centering past the Quinn. Got a shot off. The rebound wasn't there for any Admirals players as Sandoy and Vesper are getting a little bit tied up. Regan will play it onto the near side for Quinn. He plays it upboards to Vesper. Stephen trying to find Mawson, who was going to the net. Quinn once again. Gives it over to Stephen. Now Regan will leave that on. It's going to come out of the zone though. Poor pass. And the Swarm will get a full line change. Now Sevigna. He'll show his pace and get past Cole on the far side. Sevigna still with it. Plays it back to Henry. Over Jones with a shot. Nicely blocked there by Marchesol.
Yeah, Carl Marsh making quite a few blocking saves this game.
He's a battler. Cicerone rubbed out on the boards there by Simon. Nicely kept in by Hayward Jones. Marchesol trying to clear, but he's got a couple of Admirals in the way. Now Moses will come away with it. Nicely blocked again by Marchesol.
Yeah, he does it again.
There's an absolute blocking demon at the moment.
He made a really good save last night as well using his glove. I'd recommend you guys go and take a look at one of the NZIHL's Instagram pages who posted that highlight.
And Fontaine is out of the box for the Swarm, so we're back to even strength. Nothing doing there for the Admirals, only a few shots.
No shots on goal on that power play, actually.
None.
Yeah, 0. They had 1 on the last power play, and that's been it so far this period.
Definitely a couple of poor power plays for the Admirals. And here goes Bali the other way, finds Dalmatau. Nice stick by Mawson, tracking back. He knew what Dalmatau was probably going to try do. Atwell finds Dalmatau, got a shot off, but didn't get everything on it. Dalmatau tries to get away from Mawson. Here's Wimmer off the skate of Taylor. Now Barley will have it for the Swarm. He'll cut into the middle. Poor pass there from Hayward Jones. Swarm are back into the zone once again. Here's Carroll. What can Carroll do? Finds Wimmer with a one-time shot. Off the chest of Chubber it was. Still in the zone. Here's Barley. Trying to go through Hayward Jones, but he read that nicely. As Wimmer just tries to bat it in. Pass here from Barley to find Fontaine. Fontaine on the backhand. Big save. Another try there for Carroll. Put it through the goal mouth. Couple huge chances there for the Swarm. Now Cheney will gain the zone for the Admirals. Try to find Vesper, who was going towards the net. Kozak backhand past the Wimmer. Carroll's in the middle. He will get the pass and leave it on for Fontaine. Kozak's going to the net. Fontaine goes around Chamberlain. Finds Kashinov up high, who fans on the shot. Swarm definitely getting the better scoring opportunities here this game, as they did last night.
Yeah, it's those passes exiting the zone and entering is what's really making the chances happen for them.
Now Atwell. Fontaine will turn away from Chamberlain. Still with it is Fontaine, pressure on by Regan, does well to get the puck out of the zone there. Fontaine will go for a change, plays on the near side of Atwell. He receives a hit there from Vespa. And we are going to get a whistle on the play.
Either Vespa or Atwell will go away for roughing,
Should
potentially both. I think it's
Yeah,
just going to be
should be both.
Vespa, actually.
No, it should be
Oh, no,
both.
yeah, no. Atwell did get held up there, so...
I was watching that all the way.
yeah, same. I didn't know where the puck was, but I knew that was going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah. So yeah, Atwell kind of held him back on the. Oh, here's that scoring opportunity here. Oh nope. Yeah, so Atwell kind of held Vespa, didn't really let him get away, and then Vespa retaliated with a good push to the chest. Refs don't really like that stuff, so they'll spend the next couple of minutes each in the naughty bin.
Yeah, we will stay 5-on-5 though, offsetting penalties.
All that comes out to Marcus McDonald. Nicely read there by Savinia. He'll gain the zone. Try to find a redirect on the way of the net was Moses. He did get something on it. And now Marchesol will come the other way. Shout out to Kyle March's dad, who always tunes in from Canada. Thula does nicely to keep it in the zone, but Ben Stephen will clear it. Moses will leave it on for Savinia. Savinia will go around the back of the net. Finds Quinn, who did not control it. Could have got a shot off there if he did. Mawson flutters one on net. Took a redirect there. Harrison had to be on her toes.
Yeah, Admirals just missing out on that final touch, because that would have been a really good chance again for the pure NZ Admirals to score a goal on that shot just before that replay. But yeah, the puck deflecting off of March, also known as Marcheso, to kind of go in front. But Harrison was able to watch that all the way and make the save.
And here's Dalmatel for the Swarm. No offside as Barley just left that leg trailing on the blue line. Mr. 300 will play that over to Wimmer. Up ice to Barley. Now Carroll jumps onto that with a bit of pace. Here's Evan Carroll trying to lift it above the glove. What a save there from Chuba. Shot there from Mr. 300. Gets through. It's loose.
It was sprawling. It was loose. An early whistle, you could say. Chuba was on top of it, but the puck ended up coming out as he was kind of scrambling to cover it properly.
Yeah, Carroll just goes right to the net. Try to lift it above the glove, but Chuba getting that glove up just in the nick of time.
Yeah, Carroll somehow able to kind of give himself space right in front. No defenseman really on him.
Now Sestroni does clear the zone. Barley try to go through the middle, but that's picked out by Henry. Andy Hay plays it over to Wimmer. Up to Dalmatel, doesn't control it nicely, so Chamberlain's going to get in there. Shot there from Wimmer, hit the skate of Mawson, and look out behind the glass.
Yeah, puck just falling behind the fans there around the glass. Good crowd we have here tonight. We've got pretty much the whole stands filled up here, and a few fans around the glass as well who want to get right up and close to this action.
It's a really good spot actually in the four corners of the rink behind the glass.
Yeah, I've never actually really watched the game from there. I'm always up in the live streaming section, which is also a pretty good spot to watch the game from.
Definitely not bad. Now Kozak leaves it on for Kajenov and gets it back. Koptev trying to get a one-time shot. Here's Simon, he scores!
Luke Simon shot from the point. just above Chubba's pads, below his glove and into the net. Must have been screened in front for Chubba to have not seen that. I think there was traffic. We'll take a look here. Yeah, we've got is that Alex Regan standing right in front of Chubba, not being able to see anything. So not even a swarm screen, but Chubba's own defenseman kind of blocking his way.
Yeah, it was the right play there by Regan, though, to try block that shot. He definitely wasn't far off from blocking it.
No, he wasn't. So we've got 3-1 game so far. The shot count definitely heading the Swarm's direction now. We've got almost three times as many points. Shots on goal, I mean.
Taylor does well to get that into the zone. Taylor still with it, centering pass. Cheney with a shot. He put that wide, another opportunity. As Kozak plays that around the back. Gets up to Simon, who finds Fontaine. He'll find out well. He'll turn around, fires it on net. Here's Fontaine. Almost like he was trying to lift that. Looking for a Michigan maybe was Fontaine there.
Wouldn't put it past him to attempt it.
Now Taylor. He dumps that, no chase. Full line change for the Admirals. Nice pass up to Kozak. Finds Fontaine, but a couple of sticks in the lane there. It's right out in front in the crease.
Net has come off. Going to continue play though. Maybe put the net back onto the moorings. Chubba does.
Kozak's pass picked out by Sestroni, and they come together on the near side.
Almost head-butted there as well as they came shoulder to shoulder.
Dump and chase there by Kozak, but Thula's going to win the race. Sestroni trying to play that back to the point, but fires that all the way down into his own zone. Henry's pass. Intercepted. As Sandoy will backhand that one into the zone. Microsoft plays it up for Cole. Barley's in the middle. Nicely tracking back. Was Sestroni to disrupt that play. Cole plays that over to Sandoy and gets a change. Down low, Barley had Dalmatau go in the net, but Vespa tied him up. Dalmatau to Carroll. Backhands that one in deep for Barley. Barley trying to cut into the middle, but the Admirals will clear and get a couple of changes. Got to be quick to get back into defence. Carroll over to Andy Hay. Here's Hay. Shoots straight into Chubba.
That's at least Andrew Hay's second or third shot on goal tonight, which is really awesome to see. Always shots from the point as is the defenseman, but came in pretty much on the face-off dot there to take the shot. Had the time to try and place it as well as he wanted.
There's Chamberlain. Gets that over to Moses. He doesn't control it nicely. Stolen here by Carroll. Shot from the point. Hits traffic on the way. Half an attempt there from Barley. From a tough angle. As Andy Hay puts that one in deep. Admirals with a bit of time here. Moses leaves it on for Chamberlain, who puts it in. Sevigny will grab it on the near side. Goes through the middle. Runs into the ref. Gets a shot off. And here come the Swarm once again. Carroll looked like he was playing it up to Kozak, but Kozak had to turn and not go into the zone too early. Puck bounces over to this near side. Quinn pressured on by Kozak. Sevigny coming in to help out. Simon keeps it in the zone. Kazanov. Almost try to find Kozak there. As Atwell puts it low for Kozak. He's pressured on by Regan, who comes away with the puck. That's cleared all the way. Should be icing. It is.
The pure NZ Admirals only have 2 shots on goal this period so far, which is, not really what they're looking for right now. Didn't expect the shot count to go that far that way. Less so much back and forth in this period as it was the first.
Regan plays it up to Moses. It's on there by Atwell. Chamberlain gets that up. They only find Simon for the Swarm. Dumped in by Marshall. Koptev's going to get there first. Receives a hit from Regan. Admirals clear the zone. Admirals not doing too well once they do clear the zone. Not able to control it and maintain puck possession, which is giving the Swarm a lot of opportunities to get back into the zone. Little battle behind the net. Quigley's going to come away with it. Can't clear though. Chamberlain doesn't clear. Kept in by Marshall. Finally cleared the length of the ice. So the Admirals won't be allowed to change on the icing. A few tied legs out there at the moment.
Yeah, we hope you're enjoying this heart-stopping action. On that note, a big thank you to AED NZ Cardiac Equipment Specialists. Don't skip a beat with AED New Zealand.
So the Admirals will be looking to clear and get a change here, but Swarm 1 possession, shot there from Thula. That hits the net and they'll finally be able to change some personnel.
Yeah, kind of a lucky break there for the Admirals to be able to get their change in. The puck deflecting out of play. Regan not happy as he comes onto the bench, whacking his stick.
Sandoy will put it in low for Dalmatau. Trying to get away from Stephen. Thula keeps that in. Fires one on net. Chubba had to make the stick save. Dalmatau was looking to come in for a redirect or even try to go around the goalie then.
Yeah, if you've guys seen on NZIHL any sort of social media, they have announced that NZIHL are having another 3v3 Super Showdown, which is going to happen on the 13th and 14th of September in Avondale, Auckland. I would highly recommend that you purchase tickets as soon as they become available, as that is not a tournament/event that you will want to miss.
Here's Barley behind the net, tries the Michigan, didn't get it up on the stick. Shot there from Carroll, not enough on it to beat Chubba.
Net kind of slightly came off again as there's a little collision into the net, but yeah, they just elected to play on. Probably would have awarded the goal, even if the puck went in. We'll get it fixed now and get ready for another face-off with 16 seconds left.
One there by the Admirals. Quinn clears the zone and finds Savinia too. Savinia will go to the net, get a shot off as well. Pad save was made. And Thula will give it to Sandoy. And that will do it for the second period. 3-1 in favour of Botany, and they are absolutely outshooting the Admirals 31-9, Josh.
Yeah, that would have been 3 shots on goal for the total period for the West Auckland Admirals, which, yeah,
wow.
Yeah, that's a very, very low number. Oh, look, they've just added one now. Okay, so maybe it was 4. But, yeah, regardless, only 1 every 5 minutes. That is not going to help you win any sort of ice hockey games.
Definitely not. The Admirals not getting enough scoring opportunities. They're only down by 2, though. That could definitely play in their favour, as they did come back within 1 goal last night. But it looks like there's no goals coming from them at the moment.
Yeah, definitely not out of it, because, yeah, as that scoreline shows, just 2 goals will be able to get them back. They just need to make sure that they can create those chances. It is interesting with kind of Justin Daigle not being available to play.
Yeah.
Is he that difference maker that
I believe he is.
Yeah,
He's so crucial for that team. He's the heart and soul of them.
Yeah, I would agree. I think defensively as well, they've been all right. When they were playing against the Stampede and Justin Daigle didn't finish the game, I thought the defense looked quite unstructured there. They've definitely improved from that from even last night and tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Justin Daigle, kind of, I think the difference maker. They're really missing him tonight.
And they also are only playing with 4 defensemen, so the legs are probably a little bit tight at this stage going into the 6th period of the weekend,
Yeah, but ultimately they are looking for goals. The forwards should be able to contribute to that as well. So it's kind of a full team effort that the Admirals need to kind of change to make this a closer game, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the Admirals with everything to do here in the final period of the game. We'll take a quick break and be back momentarily.
Welcome back to the Hive. We are getting ready for the third period of this second game of the Auckland Derby between the Botany Swarm and the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals. Botany Swarm currently with a 3-1 lead, same score as they had last night to beat the pure NZ Admirals. The shot count is kind of the main kind of blaring stat that you'll notice on our scoreboard on the live stream. We've got 31 shots on goal for the Botany Swarm, only 10 for the pure NZ Admirals. They managed to put 4 shots on goal in the last period, so they'll be hoping to get quite a few more tonight. They do have a close enough kind of goal count to still come back, but they're going to have to change the way they play to be able to really make that difference.
Yeah, I probably can't see that happening, you know. I don't think they've shown enough over the whole weekend to be able to, I don't know, take it up another notch.
Yeah, not really. Something is going to have to drastically change for the Admirals to kind of come back. They'll have 2 weeks to, I guess, kind of recover, because they'll be playing the Botany Swarm again. This will be on the 5th and 6th of July. It'll be a good birthday game for me to watch on Saturday, which is going to be a lot of fun. One of the best birthday presents I could receive would be watching the Botany Swarm take on the pure NZ Admirals. Those games will be in Avondale, so make sure you guys get your tickets to be able to go watch that game live.
Yeah, and then the following weekend after that, the Swarm will host the Sky City Stampede here at Botany as well. So that could be a almost a little bit of a preview for the Virgil Cup final, Josh.
Yeah, potentially. We still have quite a bit of seeding to work out who plays who in the semi-finals. If you guys are unaware, the playoff system for this season has changed. We do have the top 4 teams making it into the playoffs, where we will have seed number 1 playing seed number 4, and then seed number 2 playing seed number 3. So we've got the number 2 and number 3 teams playing tonight, so they're kind of battling for a home semi-final here. Currently that's going to look like the Swarm, as potentially they will move back up into first place. So yeah, and it's going to be important points to get against the Stampede as well when the Swarm host them.
So we're underway for the final period of the weekend here in Botany, Auckland, New Zealand. Swarm with a 2-goal cushion at the moment. Shot there from Chamberlain. Harrison had to make a pad save. Quinn will put that one in the zone. Kazanov will play it up to Dalmatau. He gives it over to Quinn, but he's on the other team. One back here by Swarm in the neutral zone. Barley looking for his teammates to get into the zone. Here's Simon. Rips a shot. Pad save made. Played up the boards to Thula. He can't keep that in the zone, as Savinia made a good nuisance of himself. Now Thula will go for a skate. Gets past Flynn Hayward-Jones, but that goes into the corner. Gets away from him again and then plays up to Dalmatau, who's at the point. Puts something on net. Job had to make a save. Kozak with a shot. He scores! Andre Kozak jumps on the rebound and tucks that one around Chubba.
Yeah, one of the few rebounds that Chubba's given up that wasn't way out of the crease. Kozak was right in front and able to put it on. He was at quite of an angle, so it wasn't exactly a super easy empty net backhand. But yeah, there was no one standing in his way to put it in. We'll get a good angle here. Yeah, had to get round Chubba's stick that was lying out trying to make the save.
Yeah, he actually went for the poke check and then kind of left that little door open.
Yeah, so 4-1 Botany Swarm against the pure NZ Admirals.
Sistroni will play that up to Regan. He'll leave it on for Sistroni. He rips a shot and just missed the goal. Got everything on that, did Vinny Sistroni. Thula plays it over to Sandoy. Up the boards, McDonald. Vesper trying to win it back. Now McDonald dodges a hit and gets the puck up ice. Stolen there by Atwell. Sorry, that's Fontaine. Jackson getting in the action. Marchesol goes through. Up high to Wimmer. Puts it on net, it gets through everyone. As Chuba puts that one into the corner. Mawson clears the zone. Wimmer will play that softly off the boards for Marcus McDonald to run onto. But Vesper's going to clear. Andy Hay going to have to give chase as he's got Regan over there. Regan trying to get away from Mr. 300. Not able to as Andy puts it up the boards. Chamberlain with a shot. Misses everything by at least a whole goal. And Regan will go for a change for the Admirals as Wimmer plays up to McDonald, who just puts it in the zone and gives a chase. Chamberlain there first, bodied on as Cole comes and grabs the puck. Shot there from Simon, a little bit off balance. Played up to Quigley. Leon Quigley will put on the brakes as Koptevs comes and helps out his defenseman. Cheney trying to get a shot off, but Josh Rawari making a good nuisance. And now here's Lucas Fontaine. He'll get a shot off. His first shift of the night for Lucas Fontaine. That is Action Jackson's brother. Now Ben Stephen will have it all alone in the corner. Simon comes and tidies up. Very cool and calm are the Botany Swarm when they've got it in their own defensive zone. I've seen that all season from them. In recent seasons, the Swarm have been a little bit of a streaky team. Some good games, some bad games, but looking better as Carroll puts it on the backhand. A re-round attempt. There's Barley. He'll score. Gets a high stick too for his troubles, it seems.
Yeah, tied up a bit at the end. But Barley able to put in the puck in the net. I think the puck was just behind Chuba. Loose behind, and Barley's able to kind of get round and put the stick on the puck to knock it into the net. Carroll kind of creating the chance there, coming in with a backhand shot, originally saved. Yeah, Chuba almost had a pad onto the puck. Yeah, we'll see probably the high stick right at the end. Yeah, right at the end there. Not really sure if you can give a penalty for that. I'm sure you can, but anyway, we probably don't need to. I think the Swarm will be happy with continuing to play 5-on-5.
Absolutely. Dalmatel will toe drag and a quick release shot. Mawson plays it over Stephen. Backhand pass up to Quinn. Finds Sevigny in the middle. Had Moses on the right. If that pass was just a little bit more forward, could have had a golden opportunity there. So the Swarm now 5 goals to 1. Sevigny with a backhand. So that was Moses with a little half chance there, and that goes all the way for icing.
The Swarm want to say another huge thank you to Commercial Painting Limited for their support this season. So yeah, we've got Andre Kozak, 3 points so far tonight. I think Dalmatel has at least 3 as well. So yeah, quite a few players racking up a few points tonight.
David Jones shot blocked there by Barley. Another block there from Barley. As I was saying just before that Swarm goal, in recent seasons the Swarm were quite a streaky team, some good games, some bad games, but they have been consistent here this season. Is that enough to finally get them another Virgil Cup? We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure the Stampede would love to say something about that. Wimmer plays it up to Kozak. Finds Carroll. Tries to leave it on. Kozak. Nicely tracked by Chamberlain. Stayed on his man. Regan looking for some options. Backhand pass. That's snuffed out. Swarm are back in the zone. Kozak will just hold play up. Here's a good chance. Andy Hay shoots. Rebound attempt there for Fontaine. Couldn't put it home. Would have loved to seen Andy Hay get a goal there.
I would have loved to have seen his sally afterwards on how he scored that goal.
I actually reckon it would have been a really calm one, to be honest.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just, you know.
Because do you remember his first Auckland Mako goal that he scored?
I do, actually, yeah.
First ever goal scorer for the Auckland Mako, and he skated past the bench with the fins up above his head.
And why not? As he puts it in low there for Outwell, but it takes a weird bounce off that Zamboni door. Got to be careful of that. Here's Kozak trying to find a centering pass, but snuffed out by Quigley. He leaves it on behind for Hayward Jones. Still not clearing the zone, are the Admirals? It's going to hurt them. Really poor in clearing that puck out of their zone when they do finally get possession over the weekend. Played around the back for Kozak. He's maybe trying to Michigan, goes for the backhand, but absolutely uses 60-degree lob wedge there. You're not playing golf, Andre.
Yeah, lifted that real high, almost reached orbit. The Swarm have now reached 40 shots on goal. Quite an impressive number. Still got 13 minutes left to play as well. I think they could very easily hit 50 by the end.
Admirals did actually get the first goal of the game here. Thought they might use that and keep that momentum up.
Cole is going to get a penalty for that hit there. I think kind of took Sevigny's legs out. It's probably going to be a tripping call. Yes, it will be. Just kind of came in a bit awkwardly. Maybe let his legs flail a bit too much as he took the guy down to cause a tripping penalty. And so the pure NZ Admirals are going to go on the power play.
Their first two of the game were pretty dismal. They'll need to do a lot better here if they are going to try to get back into this one. Regan will play it up to Quinn. Vesper's going to the net, does get a shot off, but just trickled over the crossbar. I did think Dalmatau looked a little bit different this weekend, and I just finally figured out why. He has had a good trim up top.
Yeah, he has. He also did forget his jersey last night and skating with something else in the warm-up, so that was pretty hard to recognize him as well.
He did have it by puck drop though, so.
Yeah, he got it in time.
So Vesper against Carroll once again. Seen that all weekend long. And that's cleared all the way once again by Thula. As he'll elect to go for a change. Regan will pick it up in his own, deep in his own zone. Nice stick in the lane by Dalmatau to disrupt that pass. Played up to Vesper. Trying to find Quinn, but Carroll easily read that. Now Dalmatau will gain his own for the Swarm. Dalmatau still with it. Dalmatau got a shot off, but put it past the goal. Not a good power play so far from the Admirals. Can Regan do something?
They have managed one shot on goal so far in the power play.
Sevigny will turn away from Dalmatau and go to the net and get a shot off straight into the mask and covered up by the goaltender.
Just speaking about Dalmatau before, he's definitely one of those players that I'd be excited to watch in the 3v3 Super Showdown. Give Dalmatau some space and time, and he can show off his moves. And yeah, you'll probably see something you'll never have seen before watching him play.
That's only if he's not in the NHL already.
Yeah, get the quick call up.
Hayward Jones over to Henry. He rips one. Looks like it got all the way to the goal. Sevigny. Henry to Hayward Jones. Shot on, pad save made. Stroney, tough angle shot. Put away by the stick of Harrison. And penalty time has expired. Cole out of the box. Back to even strength. Nothing doing for the Admirals. Shot there. Scores! Absolute ripper there from Sistroni on the far side.
Yeah, much easier, much better play for the Admirals in the last 2 minutes. They did get 5 shots on goal. Well, actually, it was probably 4 shots on goal as the power play was going on, because that last goal was right after the time expired. But all players were kind of set up, so it was 5 on 5. So yeah, that's going to make it 5-2.
That was a nice looking goal there from the Admirals.
Yeah, good slap shot in the right position.
I think that's Sistroni's second goal of the weekend, actually. And linking up with Henry. Now Ben Steven. Saucy pass up to Sistroni. He'll get a quick shot on net too. Once again, looks like it came off the mask of Harrison straight into the glove.
We want to give one more big thank you to Nice IT, the nice guys in IT.
So Outwell against Vespa here, nicely won by Vespa. Shot there from Stephen, that got through traffic, block a save. Now Fontaine, that's off his stick, icing is waved. Fontaine steals it, Outwell's in the middle. Fontaine will just hold on to the puck and leave it for Sandoy. Now Outwell will jump on it and leave it for Kozak. Fires it over to Thula. Passes it to Sandoy, goes into the corner. Leaves it on for Outwell, who's pressured on by Mawson. Outwell comes away with it, goes to the net. Looks like he did get one shot off. Now Kozak behind the net. Turns and goes the other way. Thula getting in there. Mawson finally coming and tidying up. Once again, Admiral's not clearing. Fontaine gives it to Thula. Here's Marchessault, he'll shoot. That came off the back of Vespa. And Marchessault, another shot, another block there. That one by Vespa. Axon Jackson. Sandoy, quick shot, but came off the stick of Regan. Pass up ice, Regan didn't know where it was. He will get there first. He uses the body. Played up high for Sevigna. Now Thula will play it off the boards. Puck does come out of the zone. And now McDonald's going to gain the zone for the Swarm. He's got Marchessault going to the net. McDonald just put that one wide. Nicely kept in by Wimmer. Cole trying to find McDonald, but took a weird bounce off a skate, and Chubb is going to have to pounce on that.
Oh, that's a pretty cool Stormtrooper mask that's been painted over with some Swarm markings on it. We've got a wasp with the logo of the Swarm in front. That's really cool. Love seeing the fans get a bit creative with how they want to support. Can't imagine that's the best way to watch the game. I feel like your sight lines would be a little blocked, but hopefully he's there having a good time.
I'd imagine he is.
Yeah, be happy with the score. Chubba just adjusting some of his equipment, but he's all ready now, so we'll get ready for the face-off.
Howard Jones will rim that around on the near side as Moses. Puck does come out, so Wimmer will give it over to Mr. 300 himself. Howard Jones finds Moses. No offside on the play.
Just had the leg back to keep it onside.
Now put in there by Quinn. Wimmer's going to be there first, and he'll rim that around the boards. Chamberlain will come and keep that in. Wimmer gets that out of the zone for the Swarm. And Cole will just dump that one in. Full line change for the Swarm. Quinn on the far side. Finn Hayward-Jones puts that one on net. Simon plays that up the boards. Bali will jump on it. Passes over to Dalmatau. Dalmatau will leave it for Bali with a bit of pace. Gets around Stephen. And then finds Dalmatau. What a goal! Bali just turning and giving it to the near side where he came from as Chubba was going to look the other way. An easy goal for Dalmatau.
Yeah, Bali put the puck in front of the net. No one marking Dalmatau, so he had, perfect chance to get that shot away. Chubba was heading down, so Dalmatau just roofed to the puck. Got it into the net. Yeah, Chubba looking the wrong way as well. He thought the puck was going to go behind him. He got caught out there. So 6-2. The Botany Swarm against the pure NZ Admirals.
Yeah, really good assist there from Bali Pakosdi. Shot there from Stephen from midway. Now Koptev sources that one up to Lucas Fontaine. Stephen behind his own net. Turns away from Pang. And Henry will play that up the boards, but too far in front of Vespa. As Stephen rims that around, Regan corrals this on the near side. Couldn't find Vespa. Thula was hit there from Vespa coming in. Koptev will find Atwell. Atwell trying to go through Hayward-Jones, but he read that nicely. Now Regan trying to go through the middle. Here's Regan, loses his stick on the play, and there is going to be a whistle. It's going to be a slash. Slashing.
Taking the stick out of his hands will usually always give a penalty there. So that'll be Tula going off. He did get tied up behind the net just before the play as well. And here's the goal again. Yeah, out in front. Chubba looking the wrong way. Dalmatau able to roof it. I think Dalmatau now has 4 points on the night. Just double checking. Yep, that's 4 points for Dalmatau. 1 goal, 3 assists.
So the Admirals are going to be on the power play. Sastroni is out there. If I was them, I'd move that puck around and try get it to Sastroni for a one-timer again. Sastroni is sitting back there in Ovechkin's office. Here is Sastroni, the last goal scorer for the Admirals. Still with it. We'll give it to Hayward-Jones and get it back. With a shot. Easy save there for Harrison.
It's the 1 shot on goal so far in that power play. There weren't too many penalties last game. A few more happening in this one, mainly on the Swarm side committing the penalties. But they're doing doing reasonably well to keep the puck out on their penalty kill.
Simon backhands that one around the back. Mawson try to get a pass to Vespa, who was in the slot. Nice hit by Vespa on Simon. Regan will give it over to Stephen. His pass picked off by Marchessault. Trying to go right through the middle. Marchessault will get a shot off, a backhand attempt there. Still going after it as it wasn't covered.
So many swings at the puck there as well. I don't know if all of those shots on goal would have been recorded. It would have been too hard to count.
As Quinn got a shot there from the slot. Admirals are still on the power play for another 35. Quinn up top to Regan. He one times that over the post. Quinn on the far side. Gets a shot off.
Oh, funny bounce there.
Yeah, off the glass. Here's Ben Stephen. He'll rip one, didn't get through. And off the glass, Wimmer Does well. If he lifted that any higher, that was actually going to hit the netting, which would have been a delay game. As Mr. 300 clears at the length of the ice, Tula is out of the box. Back to even strength. No goals on the power play for the whole weekend for the Admirals. They actually haven't given away too many penalties this weekend, have the Admirals?
No, usually a pretty clean team. I think they have the lowest penalty minutes currently in the league.
Sevenya bodied out by Andy Hay. Wimmer tried to find McDonald, but Chamberlain will take that into the zone for the Admirals and loses his footing. Sevenya cuts into the middle, finds Sistroni. He'll get another one for the Admirals. Nice play there from Sevenya.
Yeah, Sistroni just left completely unmarked right in front of Grace. Not a lot of chance for Harrison to make the save there. She really needed a defenseman to support her, not let Sistroni get that shot away. So Sandoy kind of comes in, trying to see who the other defenseman that should have covered for the Swarm. I think it may have been Shakaden Pang, who pinched a little bit, came back just too late to try and make a block or a save.
Yeah, incredibly good work there from Sevenya. Got through a couple of defensemen, and then Sistroni puts that one home. Score those all day. The Admirals not going away quietly. They still do have a little bit of time.
Definitely their best period of the game tonight.
Maybe a little bit too little too late. As Fontaine tries to get a shot off, but Quigley gets a stick there. Outwell plays that to Simon, who finds Fontaine down low. Fontaine goes right into the slot, tried to backhand it above the glove of Chubba, but just beat the post. Outwell behind the net. Puts it down low for Kozak. Good puck position here for the Swarm. Here's Carroll. He'll shoot, but right into the basket of Chubba.
Yeah, Carroll just skating into passing lane to be open for Kozak to get the pass away. Carroll very good at getting into space for those passing opportunities. That's why he gets the puck so often. He's just always in the right spot. Yeah, shot right into the breadbasket of Chubba.
Yeah, cool little story about Evan Carroll. His dream is to play competitive hockey in every continent on Earth.
Oh, that's a pretty special goal.
I think so. After this season, he said he wants to head to South America to play.
Okay, I'm actually not too familiar with any of the professional leagues not professional leagues, but ice hockey leagues they have over there.
Neither am I.
I imagine Brazil or Argentina would probably be their best bet. That'll be interesting.
Here's Barley with a shot just above the shoulder of Chubba. Looks like he did get a little piece on that. Barley push off the puck there by Mawson. And that's going to go the length of the ice. Thula will easily win that race and get the icing.
Do you know how many continents he's already ticked off?
I think three.
Three
or four.
Okay. Europe would be an easy one. He's obviously played in North America.
Yep.
So Asia, that wouldn't be too hard to kind of get involved there. Southeast Asia, both East Asia, we've got some good leagues to play in. And I think South Africa would be your best bet for Africa as well.
Antarctica's its own continent too, isn't it?
Yeah, there is actually games that happen there.
Really?
Yeah. There's a whole story of a group that I think they play one game a year.
Talking about Carroll, here he goes, but Ben Stephen got a stick in the lane. 6-3 at the moment to the Swarm. Last minute remaining in the final period of the weekend. Here goes to Stroney, maybe looking for a hat trick. But Wimmer will come away with the puck. Puts that one right around to Dalmatau. He gives it to Andy Hay, Mr. 300. Wimmer plays it into middle ice to Dalmatau, who gives it to Cole. Cole gives it over to Marchessault on the far side, puts it low there for Dalmatau. Marchessault with a shot, glove save.
Yeah, last seconds here, looks like it is going to be a Swarm victory. That will put them back onto the top of the table. The current seedings would mean that the Swarm would play host for the Phoenix Thunder, with the pure NZ Admirals heading down to play the Stampede. But man, so many more games that will surely not end just like that.
Wilma plays it over to Josh Rawari. Cole with a centering feed to Rawari, but did not get a shot off. And that's going to do it here at the Hive for the weekend. Your Botany Swarm taking a 6-3 victory here in Game 2. And they'll take all available points from this weekend.
Yeah, good result for the Swarm. They kind of just looked like they were having fun out there as well, which is good to see. Usually when teams look like they're having fun, they are playing well at the same time. So yeah, they're probably going to be very, very happy with that result. Well-needed points to try and get that home semi-final advantage. Yeah, as we mentioned earlier in the stream, they will be facing each other again in 2 weeks' time, with the games being playing in Avondale. I
think you'll see a more competitive Admirals side in that at home, obviously in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, Andrew Hart will also be back from suspension for that series. I'm not too sure of the status for Justin Daigle or Gareth McLeish, who are both defensemen with injuries. They will be quite important to return back as soon as they can, as soon as they're healthy and fit to play.
Yeah, I don't think the Admirals played their best hockey this weekend. I do think they can take it up another notch than they did here this weekend. I also think the Swarm could have actually played maybe a little bit better, especially in that final third, getting a few more goals. But nonetheless, they did get a convincing win on both days. And what you are seeing from the Swarm, though, is consistency.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be actually one of the first non-split weekends, right, from the top 4 teams playing?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Not playing against the Red Devils, but against the other top 4 teams. Sorry, Red Devils fans. So yeah, kind of interesting that they were able to get both wins. It's a rare commodity this season. It's very, very tight. Lots of parity in the season. We have some more games happening next weekend. We've got the Canterbury Red Devils hosting the Phoenix Thunder, the 28th and 29th of June. And then on the women's side, the New Zealand Women's Ice Hockey League, we have the Auckland Steel hosting the Wakatipu Wild. They'll be coming in near to the end of their season as well, working out all the seedings.
So a good weekend here if you're a Botany Swarm fan, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 points, exactly what you're after. I didn't see any players come out with injuries, so they'll be fully healthy for their next season. Good to see Jackson Fontaine as well playing, kind of coming back from injury. Hopefully he hasn't overdone it and is still kind of fit to continue on as well.
Yeah, I'd say he definitely will be carrying on from now if he's going to play like that this weekend.
Yeah, just not sure if we've got anything special, interesting going on here. We do have the players conversing with the referee. I thought perhaps maybe there was a end of game ceremony for Andy, man on the camera right now.
Congrats to him on his 300th New Zealand Ice Hockey League game. Absolute legend he has been.
Yeah, massive achievement. Like I said, massive honour for Bryce and I to have called this historic game. We're both big fans of Andrew Hay. Definitely one of my favourite kind of leadership players to watch. Yeah, so we'll wrap up here unless anything kind of happens now as we come away. I'm not sure if anything that happens here is going to be that interesting for the stream regardless. I think we're probably just going to take a few pictures with Andrew Hay All the fans here are probably going to want to line up for autographs as well. So yeah,
Absolutely, that's where I'm going.
yeah. I got a playing card given to me from Mike, who hands over, one of the Swarm super fans. He goes to all of the games, both the home and away games. He makes playing cards for all the Swarm players, and he's made a special edition one for his 300th game, which is really cool to see. Love it when fans like to do their own creative thing like that. Stormtrooper helmet we saw as well. Yeah, there we go, Andy Hay lying in front. What a picture.
That's actually a really good photo, isn't it?
Yeah. That's awesome. So we're going to call it here tonight. 6 points for the Botany Swarm over the weekend. So that will do it. Make sure to tune in next week. We will catch you guys in the next series between the West Auckland Admirals and the Botany Swarm.
Yeah, thank you everybody. Good night and have a great week.